So everyone's talking about the big reveal, which is the budget to the new Superman movie. It's said to be $225 million, which to be honest is less than what I was expecting. Now people are estimating how much the film is going to need to make at the box office in order to break even and then turn a profit. It's a huge deal for DC on film. This film is meant to relaunch their comic book brand in cinema and really kickstart a new cinematic franchise for them, replacing the now retired DCEU. There's been lots of people remarking on how huge the budget seems, and it is certainly a big budget, there's no doubt about that. But it's not even as high as many other movies of late. Like look, for example, at Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, $400 million that film cost to make. That needs to make probably $1 billion just to break even, and I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, look at films like Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. That had a budget of over $330 million, and that was a flop. Though it did have a decent opening weekend, it has to be said. The Marvels had a budget of $270 million. So there's been lots of very expensive movies made and expensive flops in the genre of superheroes lately. $225 million for Superman is obviously a lot of money, but I guess it could have been a lot worse. But based on that amount, what does the film need to achieve at the box office in order to be considered a financial success? And can it achieve that? Well, including marketing costs, it'll probably need to make, I would say, over $700 to $800 million in order to recoup its costs. Can it do that? Possibly, if the opening weekend estimates are accurate. This article is from CBR.com. James Gunn's Superman tracking for jaw-dropping box office debut. There's a lot of anticipation for James Gunn's Superman, which will be hitting theatres in July. Updated box office tracking numbers are suggesting the film will have a wildly impressive opening to become the top earner of the year, at least through July. Per Box Office Theory, Superman's 3-day opening is tracking to make between $154 million and $185 million. That's in line with industry insider Jeff Snyder reporting an estimate of $175 million. Should those higher numbers hold out, it would comfortably make Superman open with the strongest debut of any movie release in 2025. The current high for the year is held by a Minecraft movie with its $162 million opening. If Superman opens with more than $166 million, it would also set a new high for DC movies by surpassing the previous record set by Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice in 2016. That would be enormous. And that's actually way more than I thought it was going to be. I mean, anywhere over $150 million would be like MCU Glory Day figures, you know? That's the kind of opening weekend MCU movies used to get. But as they say, if it did make over $166 million, that would beat Batman v Superman. Because that's what that film made way back in its opening weekend in 2016. Obviously, one has to adjust for inflation. That film went on to make $874 million worldwide from a total budget of $250 million, which is a bit higher than Superman 2025. So it's certainly doable, but I would say 2016 is a long time ago. And you have to ask, is there still as much interest in paying to go to see a movie like this as there was back in 2016? A lot of people are happy enough to pay for a monthly streaming subscription and stay at home rather than getting off the couch and paying the money to see yet another superhero movie when there's plenty of them on the streaming service they can just sit in front of their television and watch, especially a film they know is going to be available to stream from the comfort of their couch in just a few weeks or months later. So, you know, this is the key. Hollywood has changed a lot in the past 9 years because audience viewing habits have changed. And sure, you've got your big cultural event movies like a Minecraft movie, which was a cinematic experience for its fans. Not my kind of thing, but certainly for its fan base, for the people who paid money to go and see it. It was a big deal. It was a film they felt they needed to see in the cinema. Now, these days, there are much less big cinematic events, films that you just have to see in the cinema. So a lot has changed in 9 years. That's just the reality of it. I think James Gunn's Superman is going to have to be a very, very special movie indeed to reach $1 billion in the current climate. And certainly positive word of mouth from weekend 1 to weekend 2 is going to be absolutely crucial. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think Superman is going to do in terms of its opening weekend? And do you think it's going to pass $1 billion? Could be a big ask. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.